My name is Tomasz Pruski. I'm a senior level designer for CI Games. So Georgia is a great place to, hunt your enemies. We feel like the open world approach that we took completes this sniper fantasy because in the previous games, they were more directed experiences where you knew where you were going, what you'd be doing there. And here, you're kind of going into the unknown. You gotta collect your own intel. You gotta, do your recon, find your ways in, ways out, tag your enemies. So you're really, you're out there behind enemy lines alone as a sniper. So you gotta do all that stuff yourself. And I feel that the open world aspect will cater to a lot of these sniper fans.
So can we expect to see the same open world setting with multiplayer maps as well?
Well, the multiplayer maps will obviously be a little bit more contained, but you're not going to be alone in there. It's going to be a bunch of people playing with you. So it's going to be sniper focused, I can tell you that. And I'm looking forward to the fans playing. It's going to be released post-launch as a free update. And we're going to be releasing the release date in the coming months.
So tell me a bit about more of the story, the conflict that goes on in Georgia right now.
So the conflict is about the separatists trying to take over this region, but that's the background. The separatists are, they're a minority, and they keep the civilian populace suppressed. But this is not your goal as a whole. This is your official mission, though. This is your sanctioned operation to neutralize the separatist movement. Privately, though, as John North, the main character, you go to Georgia to find your brother, Robert. Robert's been taken by unknown operatives 23 months before. You actually witness it in the prologue. And so you're going to Georgia to find out what happened to him because you've had intel that he's been sighted in this region. So really it's a story about two brothers, John and Robert, and their conflict, their characters, their bonding. So it's more character, it's more personal story than about saving the world, really. So we didn't want to recreate one-to-one any specific place. We just we sent a bunch of people there. They came back with pictures and stories, and the stories are actually just as important, if not more important, than the pictures. So we wanted to capture the feel, the spirit. So in the architecture, the civilians, even the food that you might find on the tables. So we wanted to create this feeling of being in Georgia. We don't want to create any actual place that exists in Georgia. We created what we call challenge mode, and this is going to be the reference sniper difficulty for the badass snipers out there. So if you're looking for a real challenge, like it's going to be really important to do recon and map out your surroundings, remember enemy positions, and really it's all about the tactical approach. So you're going to customize your HUD, turn off any elements that you don't need. Some of them will be turned off permanently in challenge mode. So like the minimap, you're not going to have access to that. Enemies will not be highlighted. They're more perceptive, they're more deadly. So it's really gonna be tough. It's fun but tough. So the sniper, ghost, and warrior approaches in the title. These are the three main pillars that you're gonna be revolving around. The sniper is pretty self-explanatory. That's my favorite approach, obviously. But if things go wrong, you can still shoot your way out of trouble. And if you still want to be undetected, play as a ghost. You can hide yourself in a locker, or a dumpster, or a trunk of a car, or just run to the forest outside of a location and just lose your enemies. So alerting the enemies doesn't necessarily mean reloading the checkpoint. You can still have a lot of options to that weren't available in the previous games. So if you're into shooting or stealth gameplay, that's something you can look forward to in the game.